Hello everyone, and today's topic is understanding the psychology of motivation.
Exactly. And that's such a freeing realization. We don't need everything to be perfect. By appreciating the small, real moments, we stay motivated because we see progress as real steps, not
Understanding the psychology of motivation is our today's topic.
exactly. And once we realize that motivation isn't about waiting for perfection, but just taking small, consistent steps, it becomes a lot more attainable and sustainable in the long
So,
run.
in today's episode, explores some important questions that affect every part of our life. What truly motivates us?
That's a really powerful question. You could explore how it's often a sense of purpose, alignment with values, or a vision of what's possible that keeps us going. So when people connect daily tasks to a bigger meaning, that's what fuels their long term drive.
Motivation isn't always constant. Sometimes we feel highly energized and productive, while at other times we struggle to find the drive to begin even the simplest task.
Yeah, exactly. Motivation is so dynamic. It's affected by our energy, our mood, and even external factors like stress and rest. So it's really normal. And that's why it's important to be kind to ourselves and keep our long term vision in mind.
So, in today's episode, we explore what motivation really is, what influences it, and how can we build sustainable motivation in our daily lives.
That sounds like a great plan. So today, let's explore what motivation really is, how it comes from both internal drives like purpose and external factors like routines. Then we'll talk about practical ways to build that steady, sustainable motivation, like setting small, meaningful goals and connecting daily actions to bigger personal values.
So, answer me, what is motivation and how does psychology define it?
Great question. So, in psychology, motivation is typically defined as a process that initiates, guides, and sustains goal directed behavior. It's what drives us to take action, whether that's based on biological needs, personal desires, or social influences. So, it's this internal drive that pushes us forward.
Now, why is motivation important for achieving goals?
Yeah, exactly. Motivation is really the fuel behind our efforts. It keeps us going when things get tough and it helps us stay focused and persistent. Without motivation, even the smallest goals can feel out of reach, but with it, we keep moving forward step by step.
Okay, now question is what is the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation?
That's a great question. So, intrinsic motivation comes from within. We do something because it's personally rewarding or aligns with our values. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from outside, like rewards, praise, or avoiding punishment. Both can drive us, but they come from different sources.
What role do rewards and incentives play in motivation?
Yeah, exactly. Intrinsic motivation tends to be more sustainable because it's driven by internal satisfaction. So, even when rewards fade, we keep going. But extrinsic rewards can give us a helpful push, especially in the beginning, to build habits or reach milestones we might not otherwise tackle.
Why do people sometimes lose motivation even when they have clear goals?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes, even after reaching a goal, people lose that sense of purpose because the challenge is gone or the external reward fades. That's why it's key to keep connecting actions to a bigger purpose so that motivation stays alive even after a milestone.
Okay, so why do people sometimes lose motivation even when they have clear goals?
Yeah, that's a really common experience. Often, once the initial excitement of a goal fades, we can feel a bit lost or ask, what's next? So, if we haven't anchored our motivation to deeper values or ongoing purpose, it's easy to lose that drive, even after success.
Okay, so how do emotions affect motivation and productivity?
That's a really key connection. Our emotions often act like a fuel. When we feel positive or excited, we're more energized and focused, so we take action more easily. But when we're down or overwhelmed, it's harder to stay motivated or get things done. So managing emotions helps us sustain productivity and keep going.
Can setting clear and realistic goals improve motivation?
Yeah, absolutely. When we set realistic, achievable goals, we get this sense of progress and momentum. Each small success fuels our belief that we can keep going, and that really boosts our motivation to stick with it long term.
Why do small wins help maintain motivation?
Yeah, that's a really great point. Small wins give us a sense of accomplishment, and each one builds confidence. As we see ourselves making progress, even in tiny steps, it keeps that motivation fire burning, and we stay engaged.
What psychological barriers often reduce motivation?
Yeah, that's really important. So when we feel connected to a sense of purpose or when we have a clear reason behind what we're doing, that boosts motivation. But when we lose sight of that meaning, if a goal feels pointless or out of alignment, then motivation really drops. So staying connected to that deeper why is key.
Okay, so how does fear of failure impact motivation?
Yeah, definitely. Fear can really freeze us in place. If we're worried about failure or uncertainty, it can sap our confidence and make it harder to take action. But once we name that fear and take a small step, it often loosens its grip and our motivation can come back stronger.
Okay, so as we come to the end of today's episode, it's clear that motivation is not about willpower, it's influenced by our mindset, goal, habits, environment, and even our emotion. Understanding the psychology of motivation, how us realize that motivation can build and strength over time.
That was a perfect wrap up. You really brought it full circle. By understanding that motivation is this dynamic interplay between mindset, emotions, and small daily steps, we give ourselves the tools to keep growing. So let's keep that forward momentum, stay mindful, and remember that progress is built step by step. Thank you so much for guiding this.
Until next time, stay focused, stay curious, and keep moving forward towards your goals.
Absolutely. Just remember, every small step counts. And even if motivation dips, you can come back to your purpose and keep building. I'm really excited to see how you keep progressing. So just stay steady and you've got this.